Welcome into a brand new episode of WSI TV. Enjoy the show.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Informer Spotlight here on WSI TV. I'm Tayler Klinkbeil and this is Leah Warren.
Hi guys.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you today?
Very good, very good. All right, so you want to get us started off?
Sure. So as always, we have to remind you guys to go onto the WSITV.com website and get free access to the WSI Vault. And there you can sign up for our free daily newsletters.
Mm-hmm. Very cool, very cool. All right, so let's get started. Today we wanted to just jump into kind of the basics of trading for you guys and give you like a step one as to where to go from here now that you're starting your journey with the stock market and with finance and all those things that most people don't really like to tackle. So we're gonna ease into it, start off nice and slow. Before you even pick a stock that you wanna buy or worry about what kind of shares you wanna get or all of that like nitty gritty stuff, first we need to start from the beginning and realize that your emotions play a huge role in when you're investing.
Absolutely.
Obviously. So we kind of just wanted to talk about how they really have no business being there. So did you want to give us a little bit of background as to where we got this philosophy from? Or?
Sure. So, I mean, obviously we've been trained. We've talked about this before by Jim, and he's really big on emotions have no business being involved in your money. I mean, it's the worst place possible. When you get emotional, you get impulsive.
Exactly.
And you don't want to be impulsive about your money. But also money means a lot. It's what gives you the security and the safety that you need. And so when you have that on the line, it's easy to get emotional.
Yes, very true, very true. So we're going to talk about how you can try and curb those emotions while you're trading, so you're not holding on to things too long and sinking with the ship that's going down, or you're getting out too fast and you miss out on profits. So we're definitely going to try and underline for you guys that if you let your emotions get involved, you're going to lose money, and we don't want that for you. So we're going to try and give you a step-by-step process as to how to get your emotions out of the equation and make the most money possible. So let's get started.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so we want you to check your feelings at the door. Whenever you're about to sit down and do anything that has to do with your finances, whether it's trading, whether it's just balancing your checkbook, try to forget about your emotions. Whether you're upset about it or happy about it, it's not going to change the state that your finances are in. So just leave them at the door. And we're going to talk a little bit about how to do that and why it's so important, especially in trading. But just remember, when it comes to trading, you're a robot.
Very true, very true. All right, so when you're putting that into practice, we totally understand that you get antsy when your money's on the line. You don't want to leave your feelings at the door. You want to be able to act on the impulses that you feel and the things that you read about, which it's really difficult. We understand. We've done it ourselves. We've put some money in there, and you see it go up and down, and your emotions are all over the place, and you're running wild with that stock, whether it's moving or not moving, and you really have to try and keep those in check. So we're going to give you ways that you can only trade on the trading system that you're following.
Absolutely.
So with that, could you explain for us what is a trading system?
Yeah, so a trading system is a way of keeping those emotions in check. It's a set of parameters or rules that you follow no matter what. So it's a rule for when to get out, when to stay in, signals to tell you what to trade and when to trade. And so with WSI, we offer a lot of those systems to help our customers.
Yes.
And they're just an automatic way of doing things so that it's all hands-free and you don't have the chance to get emotional about it and let it ruin a trade.
Yes, exactly. So as we talk about trading systems, obviously we're going to show you how to follow one. We have a pretend one made up for you here. It's not actually a real trading system, but it's just to get you to go through the motions, to understand what it feels like to trade, leaving your emotions behind and just following those rules that you're given. So our example is, say you buy into Tesla. It's the electric car company that's front run by Elon Musk, which is obviously a very big name in the headlines often. So say you buy into them on a Monday. You're really excited about this. You put a lot of money into it. You're hoping this is going to be your retirement or your next big vacation. Like this is what you've got all of your hopes on this trade, which, as we're going to see, you probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
So say Tuesday's headline is Tesla shares tumble after a shaky delivery report. So say you've just put a whole bunch of money into Tesla and you see this headline and you're going, oh no.
Yeah.
So what do you do now?
Well, this is when you want to get very afraid, take all your money out, just jump ship and run. This really is with your emotions on the line, and even if you have them checked at the door, this is the moment when they try to burst back in. It triggers your fight or flight because your money is your well-being. So it's just like that instinct to come out. But if you've checked your emotions, if you have your trading system in play, you know that your money's going to be fine. You know when to get out, you know when to stay in, no matter what that headline is, it's fine.
Yes. So let's say that you are in this situation, you have seen that, oh no, Tesla's going to go down, that's what they're telling me on the news, what do I do? But so then you go to your trading system, you say, what are the rules that I'm supposed to be following? And the one that we've made up for you today, it's not a real trading system, it says that you, 1, can never sell on a Tuesday, so that's already out. 2, you can only buy on even numbers. And 3, you have to ignore all delivery reports that ever come out ever. So as we have these parameters in mind, we're going to look forward and see what are we supposed to do with our Tesla trade.
All right, so as we said, our system says you can't sell on a Tuesday. This headline comes out on a Tuesday. You can't sell because it's a Tuesday. And that's what your system says. And again, this is just hypothetical. Yes. Don't follow this. Don't follow this. We'll give you real ones if you want them, but don't follow this one. So it also says to ignore delivery reports, and that's what that headline was. So if you sell, you're directly ignoring your system, and the system is in place to make sure that you're keeping your money safe. So if you ignore it, your money's not protected anymore. So
exactly, yes. So as you're seeing that there are things that your emotions want you to do, and you're looking towards all the headlines and everything else that you're hearing, your friend heard something, you obviously have to kind of try and damper those down and keep your money in the forefront of your mind, because that is honestly what your goal is, to try and grow more and lose as little as possible, obviously.
Absolutely.
All right, so your solution in this situation is to do nothing. As annoying as that may be, if you see some headline and you're like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Go to your system, see what it says. If you're not getting any sell signals from your system, don't sell. It's as simple as that. You're saving yourself a lot of grief and a lot of monetary loss in the future if you do that. So.
Yeah, so I mean, that's the big thing, is following the system, and it can be so hard, but this is a way that you are forced to keep your emotions in check. Even if they're there, if you follow the system, you know that you're going to be safe, and you know that your money is going to have a better chance of riding out for the high winds and resisting any losses.
Exactly.
And it can be really hard with all the headlines out there. I mean, every single day you look at the news and they thrive off of headlines that make you stop and look and make you scared. So it's important to remember that those headlines are there to sell, and they may not be accurate.
Exactly, yeah. They're not going to make money on a headline saying that everybody everywhere just made a whole bunch of money on this. So they're going to try and scare you, so don't let them. So we do have some tips and tricks for you to try and keep those emotions at the door and definitely keep your money as safe as possible. Our first one is just relax. Take a deep breath before you check your positions. Go for a walk, meditate if that's what you'd like to do, read a book. Totally take your stress from your money, from your job, everything away from your mind when you go to check your systems. That way you're going to make sure that your emotions are not involving themselves in your finances.
You never want to check when you've had a bad day.
Exactly, yes. It's kind of like that saying when it's like your teacher says, you don't want me to grade your essay when I'm having a bad day. It's the same thing. You don't want to go look at your stocks with weights on your shoulders and things that are dragging you down. You want to make sure that you're looking at them with clean eyes and making sure that our next tip is to always, always, always follow your system. If you do subscribe to our products, or you're looking to subscribe to our products, we do have instructions inside. They walk you through everything that you're supposed to do to make sure your system is being followed. So it's really easy for you. Just follow them. And if you don't, we have those to offer for you, and there are also other systems that you can find yourself, but I'm not gonna lie, ours are probably the best. Because we do have you guys at heart, and we do understand what it means to actually invest with money that you've made and worked hard for yourself, versus every other hedge fund investor that is just handed a check. So
and I mean, we're right there with you trying to figure out how to work the system.
Exactly. And then our last tip for you is never settle. Don't just pick a stock because it's the one that's there. If it doesn't fit your parameters, you have the option to do nothing. Your system does give you rules and tells you the things that you should be looking for, the things that you should be investing in. If that Friday afternoon nothing's fitting, nothing fits. Don't settle and put your money into something that's not the right fit for your system and for your portfolio.
Absolutely. And on that, I would also suggest that you don't get into anything, at least at first, that you have a personal interest in.
Exactly.
It's probably even better if you don't know anything about the company that you're investing in, because then you have no emotions on the line. Like, for example, I love Disney, and if I were to invest,
Me too. Yes.
if I were to invest in that company, I would want to stick with it even through the lows because
Exactly.
I care about the company, and that can be really dangerous, especially if you're new to the system.
Exactly.
So,
And that's a perfect example of where your emotions can get in the way of profits that you might be missing out on. So with that, does go along with the fact that people don't tell you these things. The Wall Street experts don't want you to know that your emotions can totally ruin your prospects. They want you to trade on your emotions. They want you to fall for those headlines. And we're here to make sure that that doesn't happen because that's standing in the way of your success.
Yeah, they thrive off of us making those emotional mistakes, and
exactly.
that's where their fortunes come from. So don't let them take it.
Yeah. All right, and then we do have more for you if that wasn't enough. If you wanted to read a bit more about it, the way that we go about these kinds of things is that we try and rework the system.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's set out the way it is now to see everybody fail. Like unless you're one of the people that they're trying to push up, you're going to be pushed downwards. So we're going to try and rework the system whatever way we can. We did write an entire book on it if you're interested, which does have a very extensive section on emotionless trading. It's called The New Rules to Win the Game of Life.
Absolutely. So we cover a lot of things in the book. There's 5 different distinct sections, and it's all about just being fulfilled in your life. But a big part of that is financial fulfillment and security.
Exactly.
So we cover trading, we cover some basic systems and some basic rules about how to pick a strong stock. So if you are interested in that, you can definitely check out our book.
Yes. And so how can they check out our book, Leah? Where can they find
the
it?
Annual Wealth Summit.
Yes.
So tickets go on sale on November 1st.
Yes, we're very
and we'll
excited.
be there to sign copies of the book. You get a copy for free if you attend. It's going to be a great event. It is every year.
Yes.
So,
and then
we'd love
they're
to see
also
you.
going to give a huge rundown. It's not just going to be us sitting there with books, we promise.
Absolutely.
We're going to have Jim Sampson is going to be there. He's going to run a whole bunch of panels really to just give you guys a total comprehensive understanding of the stock market, of fulfillment of your life, of how to succeed and be prosperous. And Jordan Bishop is going to be there as well as Mark Edwards, and so we're really looking forward to that. We really hope you'll come join us. So look for those tickets on November 1st. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's all we have.
Thanks so much. This was great.
Yeah, thank you guys. We'll see you soon.
Thanks for watching the latest episode of WSI TV. Be sure to visit WSITV.com where you can subscribe for free with no contract and gain instant access to the secrets of self-made millionaires via the WSI TV Vault. So go ahead and claim this gift for free now at WSITV.com.